In today's Wing Chun lesson, I'm going to show you how to train the Wing Chun dummy. Now, the Wing Chun dummy, also known as the wooden dummy, is a very specific training device that has a form with it. So I'm going to go through the Wing Chun dummy form with you step by step. But even more important than that, I'm going to show you specific things of how to train quality-wise that many people just get confused because they just don't know what's going on when it comes to training Wing Chun and training the wooden dummy correctly. I'm going to show you big mistakes that people make. I'm Sifu Adam Willis. I've been training for 28 years. I've trained thousands of students over that time, and I've seen many students succeed, but I've also seen a lot just not get it correctly. Okay, so pay attention to what I'm going to say here, because it really is the difference between your progress and just not really getting anywhere. So here we go, the Wing Chun dummy and how to train it in a legit way. And then we have 1, Man, 2, Chang, 3, Meng Gang Sao, the neck pulling hand. And make sure when you do it, you don't disturb your own head as you do it. Make sure it's, and then from here, we're gonna come back to the center, and then we go bong, woo. And that one's in the picture.
Yeah.
Bong here, woo here. Then from there, we're gonna come step with the left foot,
Yeah.
together, and in with the right foot. And scoot into it. This hand tans, this hand changs.
Okay.
And then from here, we're gonna come back together with the hands and scissors. Now slide over more with your feet, even more. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And how do you know if you slid over enough? If you turn your foot and you're centered, then yes, then you've done it.
Okay.
If you're over here, you turn your foot, you're not, then
Okay.
you just haven't gone enough. So that's the scissors.
Okay.
I call that the 6th move.
Okay.
And then from here, we come down with the left hand and then roll into the Quan Sao, which is a Dai Bong, low bong,
Go on.
and a Tan Sao.
Okay.
Jiao with the right, and then coming in and entering here. Make sure the elbows are nice and far away. Tan here, Chang here. From here we go to the next one, which is a scissors. And we come square as we do that. And your feet should be Kim Ying Ma. Come around and pop. This hand around there. And this clicks here. Yep. And then right, left is here. Left. Yep. And then one of the main things that you do not want to do is bang on the dummy. All right, I see a lot of people trying to crash and bang into the dummy. It's not what it's for. Yes, you get conditioned as you do it, but that's not the main reason we do the wooden dummy. It is position and footwork. When you contact along the dummy, it's always along the ends or tips of these arms. Also understand that these arms are not physical representations of a person. They are energetic representations. All right, so we have one arm coming out here, could possibly be a left or right arm at any time. Same thing with this one. This could be a knee, these could be legs, they could be actually even a shoulder coming in. So when we practice and position ourselves on the dummy, it's against energy that could be possibly coming at us. It's against someone's substantial energy or pressure is what we're trying to get around, and then attack to the core or the central axis center line of the jaw. This is what the wooden dummy does. For instance, as we're here, we're deflecting here. Notice how I'm contacted on that end of the dummy. I'm not in here, all right? And I'm attacking here, simultaneous. Same thing as I'm here. I'm maybe deflecting low and attacking up here, as I'm also deflecting on this end. We have to always be mindful of where the energy could possibly go to us. So these are energetic pathways, contact on the tips of the arms, and always lead your energy towards the center of the dummy, not across, hacking away at it. It's just simply right on in, and you really don't need to apply a lot of force. How high should your wooden dummy be? There's different people that'll tell you many different things. I'm going to show you exactly how we approach the wooden dummy and the reasoning as to why these arms need to be at a certain level for you. So, how high in relationship to you should these arms be? Well, this specifically needs to not be too high. Like right here, this is way too high. Okay, but it also needs to not be too low. Why is that? If it's too high, you're going to come out of your structure. One of the main things of Wing Chun is to be able to root yourself, connect yourself to yourself, and root. If it's too high and I do this, what I've done is I've raised my shoulder. So having having arms up here that are too high for that, you're teaching yourself to come out of structure. So don't think of this as the size of someone that you may be fighting. Think of this as a tool to develop your body in structure. Okay? Now, if it's too low, what's going to happen is if I put it down here, if it's too low, I'm going to force my structure to go down like this because I can't get low enough. So what is the perfect height? Well, in between that somewhat, right? So this roughly should be at about chest level, okay, about nipple level for the arms, okay? So you want that there. You don't want it too high or too low. Then as you get into your stance, you get nice and low and you can get underneath that easily. And then as you do your moves, specifically the bong sao, do not raise your shoulder. Keep your lats engaged the whole time. How do you know if your bong sao is too high or you're coming out of structure? Well, press on your elbow underneath. If you can't lift your elbow, then you know that your bong sao is not too high. This is one of the ways that that students can get this wrong. If they put their elbow too high, they're then disconnecting this, which can then be shoved up right underneath, and you can uproot them and drive them back. So keep this down. So these arms really matter as far as development of your structure. I'm Adam Willis. Thank you much. Introducing my Wing Chun distance learning program at wingchunlessons.com. Designed to help those with a sincere interest to learn Wing Chun at home. Not everyone has access to a Wing Chun school or local instructor where they live. This Wing Chun home training program also gives you a chance to become certified and recognized under the Dragon Institute ranking system, which is a necessary first step for those who wish to become certified Wing Chun instructors. Read more at wingchunlessons.com.